Jose, you've had this procedure done as well.
I have.
What's the significance of not fainting? Why is that so important? Because he's telling you to do certain things. Because
I mean, I don't.
Bacon and I, I'm assuming, we have not had this procedure. Thankfully, we will not have to. Jose, go ahead.
I mean, I am not a doctor or a
Ashley
licensed.
knows. Ashley told me why. Do you?
I mean, my guess is. Can I guess? My guess
Yeah.
is, in case they have to ask you a question, they need you coherent because they're dealing with your personal body. Like they don't want to do something that is worse than what they're aiming to do. That's my guess. I mean, I didn't pass out, but I literally just I was like a little kid, just shut my eyes. I was like, just keep going, just keep going. So, is that am I right? Any other
No,
thoughts?
not quite.
Not even close.
And it's totally it's just a stupid cost saving thing. So what it is you are hooked up to nothing. It would be no different as if I just walked up to your kitchen table and said, Dan, grab a knife. That's how much extra medical equipment was in the room. There was no blood pressure, no heart monitoring, nothing. And so the only thing they have to go off of in terms of is this guy dying or not, is how I can respond, which I think is really crappy. And the nurse wasn't in there. It was just me and the doc, and he did not mess around. He was just like, yep, we're done here. So it's pretty.
So what's the next steps?
Was it at Skyridge? Where was it at?
Oh, man, we had to go all the way to Lafayette.
Oh.
So that's the other thing that sucks. That's going to be like a $60 E470 toll.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing they're not going to say, well, since we didn't get it done, you don't have to pay. This one's on us. Be shocked if that's what happens. So.
Is it like when you went to college, you used to get the Buffalo nickel tokens, like your next one's free?
I wish. I just, man.
Sorry, Bubble. Good luck with that. No, shout out to the chat. Shout out to Dinero. Happy birthday, Dinero. And Todd said, did Bubble get fixed? No. He
tried.
Chickened out. And they can't.
So, and that's what's funny because I genuinely didn't. I was like, yeah, I'm dizzy, but keep going, man. Please keep going. We didn't drive all the way over here for nothing. You got a knife, and I'm on.
Dinero says you needed to be coherent so you can hold up the anaconda for him.
Yeah, so. I had it over my shoulder though.
Oh man, good one. Good one, Jose.
Good one. What's good one?
The left track.
Oh,
or the. Come on, you got to use that one. Anyway, shout out to the chat. Shout out to Nissa. Shout out to Sokin. Shout out to everyone who's been here. Thank you so much. Sorry to bore you with Bubble Boys fainting
games.
But no, I mean, I think it sucks and it's hilarious at the same time. So Godspeed to you, Bubble Boy. Look forward to that update on the procedure.
Happy to be here.
And Jose, let's jump into Nerd Chat shout-outs. Shout-out number 1 to Ryan Oliphant. Timothy Oliphant's younger brother for the follow on Instagram. Shout out to Ryan. And shout out to Beach Life 710 6 days ago in response to Bacon's short on the 5090. People act like $1,800 to $2,500 is a crazy money. LOL work? ?
I think it's crazy money.
Expenses, Beach Life, having kids, not making a lot of money, paying for rent, cars, food, gas. But thanks for the comment, Beach Life. And also, yes, my video on the VBWRX did get a lot of comments. We can delete those, but boy, I addressed a bunch of those personally in the video, so don't worry about that. But if you haven't watched it, shout out to Nissa. Nissa also comments saying, no, Dan, don't get a Ford. Transmission issues. Nissa, the Fiesta ST is a manual gearbox. It doesn't have the same transmission issues that the automatics had. It is actually a very well-built, German-designed engine and gearbox made in Mexico, Hencho in Mexico. So don't worry about it, Nissa. We got you covered. And shout out to Big Box 1431. 1 hour ago, just slipped it in here.
Yeah, he did.
Nerd Chat. Is Denver Nuggets country? No, it's Nuggets Nation. Get it right, Bedbox. It's Nuggets Nation. Or is it Broncos country? What team does the city embrace more right now? I'm going to throw it to you, Bacon. What do you think the city, when all the sports are going on, who's still king somehow?
It's always Broncos are always
Yeah.
going to be number one, especially since the season is 7 games in after tonight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We all know basketball doesn't kick up till after the first year with the trade deadline's over and the All-Star break's over.
Yep.
Me personally, being a Jazz fan first and a Nuggets fan second, I'm going to go Broncos country because the Nuggets are dead to me until the playoffs. And then the Avs. Nobody really watches hockey, so
What? Here's the thing.
Oh, I love the Avs.
Come on.
No,
No,
I don't disagree with Bacon.
What?
I don't think a lot of people
Thank you.
watch hockey on TV, and especially because we have this thing. We have
we
this.
can't
wait.
watch them.
Yeah, I was gonna say Big Box. I don't know if you know. Is Big Box Jose's mom? I'm confused. I'm starting to think that maybe Big Box is Jose's mom because
I
she
assure
stopped
you my
writing
mom
in and she started.
Doesn't care about the Broncos.
Box.
She's a Giants fan. So
Here's the thing.
Who
about,
is Big Box though? I tried to make a sound drop of Jack Bauer being like, "Give me the name."
Yeah.
And-
Big Box in Colorado or Denver specifically, we have this network called Altitude. I don't even know what it's called. Altitude TV. It's some stupid. The Cronkies own it. The same people who own the Avs, Nuggets, Los Angeles Rams. They have their own. God, you can see my gangly death finger over here.
It's disgusting.
They have their own network to show their games, but it's still going on, right? Comcast or Xfinity still doesn't have a deal with them. So
But
even
they
if
have
you
an
have
app
cable,
now, so
Two
you can just
championship
buy.
teams that the fans have not been able to watch.
we haven't been able to watch them for years now, Big Box. It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy, actually, all things considered. But I will say, as far as fan support, you go to an Avs game, it's jam-packed. You go to the Nuggets game, jam-packed. Like the arenas are full. Same with the Broncos. I feel actually the fan support is more for the Nuggets and Avs right now because they're actually winning and going to playoffs and winning championships. Unlike the Broncos, well, the Broncos fans who are sick and tired of this crap for the last 10 years will leave at halftime. And I don't blame them. And or we'll start booing in the beginning because the Broncos, frankly, have been absolutely terrible and pathetic at times.
then-
we're up
Till now.
16-3 right now.
Oh God. So what were you gonna say, Bubble Boy? You want to weigh in on this? Well, here's the thing. Remember, Bubble Boy, for some reason, big Colorado native fan, but only for certain.
It's not for
teams.
some reason. You
And
know the
only
reason.
likes the Kansas City Chiefs.
You know the reason. Growing up, you could watch. I could watch Chiefs games. I couldn't watch Royals games. The Chiefs don't have, or the Chiefs. Kansas City doesn't have any sort of basketball team. That's how it started.
I'm still confused why you couldn't be a Royals fan. Just
because I
you
couldn't watch
them?
their games.
You
Like
can
what?
listen.
Come on. It's hard to be a
Radio?
fan of something you can't actually really ever see. Case in point, the Cronkies and Altitude Sports need to fix and Xfinity all that crap because could you imagine this could be no longer a Broncos town if those 2 championship runs we had, people actually could have watched it on TV. I only ever got to watch them when they were
Yeah,
on
that
TNT or ESPN,
Yeah.
and it's just stupid.
Oh, I
So I mean, it's the exact same reason why I'm a Chiefs fan and not for everything else. I do think it's hilarious that the Rockies are just left off of this list altogether. Because if you take yourself back to exactly 17 years ago today, we were in the middle of October, and that was one of the greatest times I think this city has ever seen. And people cared about the Rockies because the Monforts cared about the Rockies, not
Did
just
they?
about
That's debatable.
probably
Yeah.
whatever. Are we? Let's move on.
Wait, no, let's rank. So I would say Broncos probably. Who do you think's next?
I think
Nuggets or
Nugs and
Avs?
Avs are probably
Kinda like-
together.
yeah,
yeah.
they're
And,
kinda-
and the sad thing is, and I guess it's not sad, it's just reality. Whoever's doing better.
Yeah.
has a
Yeah,
better
I
team.
could
Right.
s-
That's
yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah.
You know.
So, and then we have a MLB team, and
And then
one of the most
Cubs
beautiful-
fans probably because they fill up Coors Field.
Dodgers fans,
Dodgers fans.
and then
Dodgers
and then the
fans.
Rockies, will be
Padres
down there.
fans.
So, and we have
Padres.
one of the most beautiful ballparks in America, and that's why.
15th, right? Wasn't it you or was it Brian that sent that in the nerd
Yeah,
chat the
I
other
said
day?
that they
Rockies
were
15th in
attendance
ticket sales
this
and
year.
attendance this
top
year.
50% of the league.
That's impressive.
with a
Just
100
disgusting.
loss team. Anyway, thank you. Oh, wait, no, we got the Dinero. He's back. Perfect timing.
Yep.
Great question from Dinero Primero from a few weeks ago. And Chipotle went down a rabbit hole this week. This may be a really dumb question, said Dinero. But if a game is developed for a platform, let's say Xbox, the game gets released and is the same for everyone. why do some people have a lot of issues and some don't? So Jose, take it away on this rabbit hole you went down.
Well, I'm happy to. Before I do that, I don't want to monopolize the conversation. Any of you want to guess, or I don't know if you're well versed in programming stuff?
Is he saying that that some people have a lot of problems on one platform, like just on Xbox, or Xbox versus PlayStation versus PC?
When we were talking about, like, often as we do, talking about the benefits of PC versus console and talking about when games come out and review codes. And one of the things that consistently comes up is this weird situation from reviewers specifically where they're like, I played it on Xbox and my experience was perfectly great. I loved it. And then another reviewer's like, I also played it on Xbox, but mine was terrible. It was real stuttery and stuff. And he was just genuinely asking, which is a great question. Why does that happen? Like, if it's the same game on the same console, why is someone's experience fine?
Can I take a guess, Jose? Does it have to deal with save files, cache memory, something along the lines of that with your game?
You're close. You're very much in the realm. Bacon, you want to guess?
Other than guys being on different updates for their Xbox, like me being I was always on the insider ring, so I was always a few builds ahead of everybody else. So maybe, but I don't know.
Okay, Chance.
I have absolutely no idea.
No, that's totally fine. He's over here reading something else, I can tell. So I looked this up. There's really it's obviously, like most things, it's a very, very complex answer, but the couple of simple ways I could break it down that made a lot of sense to me. The first is that even when people are playing the same game, they have very different experiences, especially with games that allow you to do that. And so the most simple example is, like, take a game like Elden Ring. Yes, we all played the same game. Yes, we might have all played it on the Xbox at the same time and even let's assume we had the same updates and all of that was equal. One thing that could cause some changes is what other things we're currently using for memory. So as an example, let's just pretend that Bacon had music on his Xbox and he was listening to music while he played Elden Ring. That is going to suck some of his memory up and that could affect gameplay. So it's other processes that could be running if you're updating games in the background and that kind of stuff. It's also, though, what you choose to do in the game. Sometimes bugs happen because, like, let's say it only happens in one specific class of the game or with one specific weapon of the game. And so for everybody else, it's totally fine. But if you chose that samurai build and that one specific weapon with like a bunch of flame and effects and stuff like that, that tends to slow down a performance. On the programming side, and this was what I thought was really fascinating, was when they talk about like optimization, because that's the thing that we've all heard that, right? Like I've heard that a billion times. Oh, it's not optimized, or oh, this is really well optimized. What does that actually mean? What it has to do with is when you're building the game from the back end and using a game engine, which again was something I didn't ever really understand, even though I've heard that before. I went and learned all about game engines, which was very also fascinating, but very nerdy. Was basically talking about when a programmer's building something and they're trying to load data off the disk to run the game, it has to do with like, are they, as a quick example, trying to draw all the trees at one time first, and then once that's done, try to draw all the rocks? Or are they going tree rock, tree rock, tree rock, tree rock in the thing at one time? Are they focusing on things that are just in the view of the camera, or are they focusing on all things on the screen? And what they often find is that different programmers prioritize different things, and they often don't even realize how much memory that they're using. And so when you have a system that has only a certain amount of memory, especially like a console that can't be upgraded very easily, that's when we see a lot more of those things. So the reason why we tend to see more optimization issues with like consoles themselves is usually related to memory, which that doesn't shock anyone, I'm sure. But the reason you see issues between consoles or similarly spec'd machines is related to like specific parts of the game itself. If you're interested, truly just go to Reddit and learn about it. What would really help you is learn about
Silken It wanted some links too.
I'll see if I can send some links. I'll put them in Discord, Silken It and Daenerys, if I find some stuff that I had. It was very fascinating. There were a couple of really helpful YouTube videos I watched about like what's the difference between like the Frostbite engine and the Epic engine and Unreal versus this, and like it was very cool stuff. Again, very nerdy. I'll put that in the chat. We don't have to go over that today, but that's kind of the base level of why optimization is so important and why people have different experiences when playing the same game.
Jose, did you see anything about Quick Resume too on there as well? I'm sure that has to be like if you've got a bunch of games stored. I mean,
Quick Resume, in theory, Quick Resume only like they allocate for that in the memory. Like they say this spot is always permanently reserved for that, so it shouldn't be tapping into it. But it also could be like how long have you in your system? Like if you just bought one of those brand new Series X's with like the 2 terabyte hard drive, it's just newer. You know what I'm saying? It's not running as many things. The other part where it gets real nerdy and real complicated is like, you know what threads are? Like Bacon talks all the time about threads. in our
No, I
community.
know he's like, oh, it's got 76 GPU thread.
So,
I don't
think
know
about
what
like,
the
the
hell he's
way
talking
this
about.
is a really cool analogy that I saw when I was reading all this. So imagine that your computer was a bunch of people running a race. And let's say there's, just for simple case, there's 8 lanes, right? Your computer has 8 different people running the race. All 8 of those people can do different things. They can run the race in different ways. Somebody could be high stepping it. Somebody could be drinking more water. They can all do their own things. And every time that a process happens in a computer, they might take a different part of that process. So like on my machine, my first thread could be dealing with rendering, but on Bacon's machine, they could end up taking like processing data in the background, and you can't choose how that happens. The computer chooses how to do that themselves. And so like that's why more threads often leads to like better performance, especially when it's doing side by side with other things. That's why like multi-thread stuff is super dope, like Bacon talks about. But it on a very simplified level, we don't have a lot of control over that, like at our level. Like that's really
Gotcha.
really deep down in the system.
Jose, hold on a second. Grayson wants to say hi to Nissa.
Hi.
Say hi, Nissa,
Hi, Nessa.
and tell her how to spell your name.
He can pronounce it. but Joe can't.
T-R-E-Y-S-O-N.
E. We have an E in there, Nissa, just for clarification. Grey. All right, love you, buddy. Thank you. See you, bud. Oh, wait, Grayson. Come tell everybody what you're going to be for Halloween.
Ooh, I want to
Tell
know.
him. Tell him.
Better be good.
To say it in a spooky voice. A. Say it.
Cora, look.
So take it.
You want to say hi to Grayson?
said
Salt
it.
shaker?
A soul taker. Grayson, come say hi to Cora. Look.
I thought
she's
Salt
on
Shaker
here.
too.
Say hi to Cora. Say hi.
Hi. Hi.
Okay, kid hour over. All right, see you,
Why
Grayson.
does he have a giant cheeseburger?
That's actually a chicken
Oh.
Big Mac.
Oh, Grayson, we have some educating to do, sir.
Yes. Grayson loves cheeseburgers. He wanted to go to McDonald's. Maybe we'll go tomorrow. All
thought
right,
you
get
said
out of here.
salt
All
shaker.
right, Jose. Sorry, hyper threading. All right, pregnant pause. All right, well, thank you for that clarification, Jose.
gone dark. I think his monitor
I hope
turned off.
that answers your question, De Niro. We don't know what's going on with Jose over there. He's going to be a soul taker, you guys. He's got this. Is it scythe? Is that the right word? Is that how you pronounce it?
Just Scythe, not Scythe.
Scythe?
Scythe.
Take the C out.
It's pretty spooky, actually. And you guys saw who I'm going to
Just
be.
like niche versus niche.
If
The
you-
Joker.
You should have heard Brooke. He's like, Dad, you were really creeping me out today. Well, Jose left, so let's
We are
check-
an Xbox podcast.
Let's check up.
We
Let's
haven't-
catch up with the chat. Don't you want another one, Bubble Boy? I don't know what he's talking
I
about,
think
Todd.
child. I assume he meant child.
Oh no. He
And
does
the
not.
answer is
No.
good God.
Count your lucky stars, gentlemen. You're all lucky to have children. Count
Bacon,
your
you're
stars.
Bacon.
Well,
You're
well,
1,000,000,000%
correct, but
right.
that doesn't
I
I'm with
agree
you,
mean-
you
Bacon. They're
completely.
great.
Oh,
I
God.
wish I
I'm not saying they're not. I have never said they're not.
I'm with Bubble Boy.
I get it. No more. That's fair.
And then De Niro said the nerd chat should be replaced by the kids someday. Hopefully, that would be cool. That's the goal, right? Once they get a little bit
Hand it
older.
off.
I mean, as long as we're still alive, yes.
I don't know how entertaining that would be. It'd be a
Hostile
short show.
takeover.
Jose, let's jump into Xbox news for the week.
News team, assemble!
News story number 1: the Xbox partner preview, Purgatory or Paradise? I was like, can I just get one? Bam, 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 bam.
Okay. Yes,
Sometime in the
absolutely.
show. All right, just there
How
we
would
go.
I know that that's what you want when you say that? Like, please
You
tell
can
me that
always,
reason.
Jose. You can always do that. I'm just letting you know right now. You feel like just give me that. For me, that's what I want. Anything where I want something, you give me that. Bacon can have his own. Chance can have his own little.
I don't
you know,
remember.
intro,
I
outro.
deleted my Bubble Boy one, so I don't know what I have here.
First of all, I think it's hilarious that you created your own.
I didn't create it. It was
Soundbite.
from Seinfeld.
I know you. I know, but I mean that you had it to use whatever. What was that?
Someone's
Someone's-
phone
That was my
on
phone.
the
That's
desk.
my
Oh,
bad. We
okay.
are
Sorry.
going off the rails.
News
tonight.
story number one: the Xbox preview partner event was today. I didn't watch it. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I was watching the kids all day. Sorry, I'm a bad gamer. But Bacon, you seem pretty high on this. Talk to me. What was exciting for you? I looked through the list of games here. There's a few, but what stood out to you? What did you want to talk about?
My favorite game of the show was surprisingly from Bloober Team, and I'm not really a Bloober Team guy. But,
Which one?
I was at the very top. Let me scroll back.
You don't even
Oh,
remember.
So good, he can't even remember what the hell it was
No,
No,
about.
seriously,
people.
you guys should
No,
watch
they're
that
weird
Chronos
names. They're
trailer
weird
sitting
names.
right here. Watch the Chronos trailer while you're sitting here.
I-
And tell me
I-
that doesn't look lit.
Here's my take.
I
Okay,
think it looks lit.
if you Jose put the picture up of the reveal trailer with the
Oh, I
guy
think I
in
did
the
watch
suit.
this one.
Um,
Wasn't this just a CGI the whole way through?
yes,
Dude,
and
the lady playing chess and all the imagery and
the thing at the
dude,
bottom said this is in-game and cutscene footage, and I'm like, that means it's all cutscene, for the most part. Now, what do you see when you look at his helmet?
kind of.
Bioshock.
But-
I see something else that's not good for
Yep.
kids to hear.
Nope, sure isn't.
Oh. I
Okay.
thought you meant the giant orb head.
Well,
Well,
what's on the giant orb head?
yeah,
A little
and that's
slit.
just part of it, right? My other problem with it is we have to see it first, and I want to see it being
I agree.
played.
Give me
I
gameplay.
think that
Oh wait,
the
there's a little bit of
bad-
gameplay at the end.
At the very end, there's some
It
gameplay.
looks
There's very clear
good.
gameplay.
I'm saying I want Daniel to play it and tell me it's good. I want Jose to play it and tell me it's
You know
good.
what, Bacon?
I
I'm
think
looking at this
about-
right now. What does it remind you of? That one
Callisto
crappy game?
Dead Space.
Protocol?
No. The weird one with the orifices. Orifices. Yes.
Oh, Scorn, yeah.
Scorn.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I think this genre has to be done really, really well. And if this game kills it, I'll be excited and I'll pick it up. I just have no hope that it actually will be. I was
Okay.
looking at it and I was just like, nope.
De Niro says, "I'm with you, Bacon." Super small
Thank
gameplay
you.
at the end. Is it gameplay? It's literally just this person standing the slitter head with his gun. There's like just walking.
Yeah, but
I don't even know if I would
clearly
consider
gameplay,
that.
though. That's not a
The
trailer.
music-
It's a
It's
walking
The trailer.
simulator.
Yeah, I was gonna say
music
this
and
looks
the-
like Scorn.
I have a gamer grade for one of those.
Dude,
later.
it looks a million times better than Scorn with the music playing and the imagery with the chess and dude, I was completely captivated by this.
Really?
trailer.
I was
2025?
too big.
Completely captivated by it.
Do you think this game's coming out in 2025?
That's what it says? I don't know how they did that with this Dead or whatever the Silent Hill remake they just did.
Yeah.
But that's
They've
and did
been
you read
busy.
the thing, Chance? Like the little blurb, it says it's a futuristic alternate 1980s Poland and a brutal survival horror game that builds on Bloober's improvements from Silent Hill 2 remake. Like that sounds legit. Like I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm
Here's the
in
thing.
too.
We have to give them credit for Silent Hill 2. It sounds like a banger slanger. But I played. What was it? The Xbox? The one that came on Xbox. Their first game on.
Oh,
Oh God, I know it was terrible.
I just had it in my head. I was gonna
Terrible.
What
say
is the
it.
name of the game? I got the medium. Yes, thank you.
One of the worst games ever made.
I wouldn't go that far, but I wasn't impressed. I got 1,000 out of 1,000 of that. Wasn't impressed, but supposedly Silent Hill
You
2
got
is good.
1,000 out of 1,000.
So that doesn't mean that I would loved it. It was
Which is
easy
insane.
to get 1,000.
Insane.
Anyway, I see the potential, but we got to see more. Is all I'm saying. So, any closing thoughts on this? Jose, you're a horror guy. You're all in, right?
Yeah, honestly, that's all they had to say was like horror and like atmospheric, and it's basically like it is basically like a Callisto and Dead Space, but I love that. That's like my favorite kind of game. So I'm all in on this.
First guy I thought of when I was watching that trailer was Jose.
Thank you, Bacon.
Todd Oxford said the medium was so hyped because it was the first Series X only game. You're right, it was, and it was cool that going between.
No, it wasn't.
Time. Okay. I will say Alan Wake 2, The Lake House. I will get to Alan Wake's DLCs eventually.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not like blown away. Guys, the more I think
I like the
about it,
casting. The girl from
yeah.
God, what do you call it? Battle something or other. Star Wars. God, my brain today.
Moving on. We can't remember the name of actors in games. Bacon, what else? Okay, we got Blind Fire. That looked okay.
You cannot tell me that Yakuza pirate game.
Yakuza games are always good. Again,
water looked
next
like
year, or we got to remember next
you
year
don't play
when we
Yakuza for the water, you play Yakuza for the antics.
since we lost this year's fantasy critic, we got to remember to get Yakuza next year because they always score like upper 80s. Yakuza Mouse. I don't even have to watch this trailer. I already know Mouse PI for hire. I'm playing that day one.
Absolutely not, and here's why.
What?
They are trying to steal from Cuphead. They made me think it was Cuphead. They even have him drinking a little cup like Cuphead. That game insulted me more than anything because I was like,
I can't tell if he's trolling us right now.
I know.
I'm not.
You
I'm
read
like,
his text,
I'm like,
man.
oh my god, is this going to
Called
be
it hot
Cuphead?
garbage.
And it wasn't, and it was just, it's upsetting because they're trying to ride Cuphead's coattails, and
There's nothing wrong with that, Chance. That's good
Right.
that we're getting that kind
Imitation's
of art
a
style.
sincerest form of flattery.
And it's a first-person shooter. It's not even close to the same gameplay.
then why is the picture of him holding a cup?
Because he's watching the
This is
trailer.
a
He's got the
PI, bud.
Xbox
They drink
controller.
coffee
Yeah,
and booze. Like,
what?
that's what they do.
There's
Bubble
a Series
Boy's
X up
way
there
off
his,
on
next to
this.
his TV and everything.
I don't
on
know.
it.
I don't know about that, but I can't agree with any of that. Todd said Mouse looks great and Yakuza is real time. Yeah, the other one was not. What is it now? Is it like the other Yakuza games? Because to be honest, Todd, I played Yakuza 0 and I was not impressed with the combat in that. Like it was just like a button smasher. I didn't feel like if Yakuza had Batman Arkham combat, I think it would be much better. But it's more like you change stances and you're just smashing somewhat combos. So I don't know. I'd have to look at the combat on that. But I always know the stories are great. Voice acting, story is phenomenal in those games. Subnautica 2, I don't think we need to say anything about that.
It's in Game Pass. Day
Animal
one.
Well, this should have been on Xbox day one. This is that one from
And
Donkey.
this was one of the shadow drops that's out today. You can play
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Well, then I'm probably going to
I
buy that.
tried, and it wasn't. So
I will be playing Animal Well. I did
hence
not
part
know
of
that was
my
a
upsetness about this. I was like, why can't? Where is this game? Why can't I find it? Why can't I
shadow
download
drop. Eden Zero, Konami action game. What was this about? Was this adult bacon? This screams you. I can tell you that much. I can tell.
Definitely screams bacon. It looks like a standard, Japanese made JRPG aesthetic.
Like action RPG,
right. Yeah.
or turn based.
It looked action RPG to me. So
Okay. I mean, hey,
not
more
for me, but
JRPG games, and I know they don't like games being called that. I'm sorry. I think JRPG is complimentary, not.
Why don't
negative.
they like that?
Yeah, I've heard this from multiple
Yeah,
places that they don't like us
Final
calling
Fantasy
it
devs.
JRPG.
that
Yeah,
said
there's a
that?
Final
There's
Fantasy
somebody
devs.
that was like,
Yeah,
we don't like
I don't
that.
know. I think of it as a certain style. I don't think of it as derogatory. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep saying JRPGs. Eternal Strands, third-person action adventure games created by developers who worked on Dragon Age, Assassin's Creed more. Ooh, I might have to watch this.
Game Pass.
This is a Game Pass.
This is a Game Pass.
So none of the other ones have been Game Pass, correct?
No, Subnautica was
Okay,
And
Subnautica.
Animal Well will be.
and Animal.
Animal Well's on Game Pass?
That's
Not as of 3 hours ago.
Oh well, dang. Well, heck yeah, I'll be playing that. Shout out. Yes. Eternal Strands. Bacon, tell me about this one. Was this
It's a lot of
interesting?
it looks interesting. It's an action game, but a lot of like ice and fire and
This has my name written all
and-
over it. I'll tell you.
and-
The climbing, Bacon?
right, and you use the environment to kill things. Like
Dude.
as long as they hit on this gameplay, it looks insanely good.
Early
I
access.
think Chance was still on painkillers.
You did? Did you watch this, Bubble Boy?
I'm telling
This
you.
looks pretty.
Yeah, it does. It just
Really?
He's a hard man to please these days, I guess.
This is like I love this. This reminds me of like
Oh, it's
Flintlock and
multiplayer.
like I love these third person action adventure games. The Zelda game. Bubble Boy.
the
what is-
next one I'm intrigued about.
Look at the movement on this, Bubble Boy. All right,
The-
I'm all in on Eternal Strands. I'm
Thank
just
you.
gonna
The
say
next
that right now.
one,
Mistfall Hunter. Talk to me about why are you into this? Some Souls-like
It's
gameplay
Souls-like
with
game.
extraction
But-
mechanics.
here's my problem.
Speak
the other
up.
thing that I'm
Be
pissed
heard.
off about is that there are like 3 actual Souls-like games: Elden Ring, Bloodborne, and Sekiro are actual Souls-like games.
Nope. Lies of P.
And
Thank
okay,
you.
I'll let you throw.
What
in
about
like,
Tales of Enotria? That's
What do you mean? Let me
said.
throw in Liza P.
Is-
If you didn't know that wasn't made by,
You're right. You're right. You're
by
right. Okay.
you could tell
You're
you would
right.
think that that's a FromSoft game.
Sure. Outside of that, I think games just want to consider themselves Souls-like if they're possibly hard, if they
Yes.
possibly have like this boss system, or you lose all your points kind of thing.
So, Bubble,
And
I'm
I'm
going to
just
stop you
tired
right
of that.
there. I like what you're saying. I agree. Not every game needs to be defined as a Souls-like. We need to figure out a different way to define it, or what genre we should call that. Maybe a more difficult third-person
Sure.
action adventure game.
Action adventure, action RPG.
But
I was
Tough
saying
crowd today.
Exactly.
Tough
Exactly.
I will
Even
say though,
Keely's poll scored higher than Chance's scored.
what did Keely's what
It was
did
all
Keely's
A's and B's were the majority.
really?
Todd, it
Really?
looks like,
Yep.
I'm not gonna say he does for sure, but it looks like Todd agrees with me. Souls-like and roguelikes are really getting out of hand.
Roguelikes
yeah.
are never out of hand.
Okay,
That's only gonna
roguelikes,
happen because of
maybe.
Elden Ring. Everybody wants to do that because they make a
But
lot
there's
of
a
money.
reason. That gameplay is fun. I like having Zelda like Wind Waker. Guys, I was watching Matthew stream Wind Waker. What a game. The more I think about it, Wind Waker is probably my second favorite Zelda. Anyway, the combat was great in that because it even had a little bit of a parry, but that's what people like, Bubble Boy. They want the parry. They want a little bit more difficulty. They don't want it to be
Sure.
Wind Waker
You
Zelda
don't have to
combat.
call it a Souls-like.
Or not Wind Waker, sorry. Stupid. What was the crappy one I played?
Taking
Skyward
offense
Sword.
to the Souls like.
So wait. So
That's where you draw the
so
line.
Mistfall was the multiplayer game. So this is
No,
so
the
this,
Mistfall's
multiplayer game
the-
was that last one.
yeah, the Souls like, but it's a multiplayer game. So you go in like a Tarkov. You have to fight other people or fight other things and escape with something.
Yeah, that part I have no idea about. I just the world looked cool. It looked like kind of Viking-ish.
Yes.
It looked cool. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I was just having a really bad day, but I was just watching this and I was like, can we get something?
Dude, what were
We get something first party,
expectations,
dang
Bubble
it.
Boy? Todd said Wind Waker was great, but it wasn't crazy. I agree, Todd. It's not very difficult, but that's what I'm saying. I wish Zelda. That's why I love Elden Ring, because to me it's like the adult version of Zelda. The combat is more difficult and more rewarding versus Wind Waker or Breath of the Wild, etc. Next game, Wheel World. What was this about? Did anybody?
Bicycle races downhill with challenges and.
Jose, you gonna
neat
check this
art-
one out?
Neat art style, but yeah.
Jose,
But I don't
you
ride bikes in real life. I don't know what to tell you.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the bike races in Grand Theft Auto 5. So
Yeah.
it's cool. Is this Game Pass? Yep, Game Pass 2025. Cool. Maybe
This
I'll
one
check
I'm
it out.
pumped for though.
Phasmophobia is finally coming
Freaky.
to Xbox consoles on October, just right around the corner, right before Halloween. So Jose, talk to me about this. I've heard about this. Is this the one where like you can talk to each other, or no? I'm thinking of a different
I
one.
mean, it's just
this is the
just-
Ghost Hunter one, right?
Yeah, you're just a ghost hunter in houses, and like it's obviously terrifying playing by yourself with like headphones and stuff. But it's built so you can do a co-op with like people, and obviously like be playing in different rooms and stuff at different times. So it looks cool, man. I've never played it, but I've heard really great things. It's been PC only for a very long time, so glad that it's coming to Xbox. I probably still will play it on PC if I'm being honest with you, but I'm glad that it's going to be here for more people to play. I think it's a good pickup for them.
It's frightening.
Yeah.
Do we know, is this just console or like PC as well, Bacon, or is it like cross-platform?
It's
I'd like
already
to.
on PC, right?
Well, I know it's already. But
But
it's like
through Xbox though.
yeah, through like the
Oh.
Xbox app, or will we be able to play co-op through this? Is it just?
I don't think this
It
is
says they
Game
can
Pass, though.
join the fun
Yeah.
from October 29th.
Okay.
That would tell me it would be, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, the next up, The Legend of Babu. All right, moving on. Sorry, Nissa, the adorable action adventure game with a child struggling against hordes of mighty foes. That
The
big dog.
gameplay
This looks like a Nissa
kinda
game.
fun, but
Looks like a Nissa game right here. He's riding a giant poofy dog. It looks like.
fast forward to the combat. The combat doesn't look bad. Right?
Yeah, Bubble Boy, why are you hating on this?
I don't know.
He
Apparently,
was really
I
mad today
just-
about it.
Just had a bad day today.
Woke
Look
up
at
on
we've
the
got
wrong side of the bed.
climbing, we've got exploration, we've got the dog actually looks kind of cool running
Todd
around
liked
on it. Bubble Boy, I'm actually watching this trailer. This is like
Yes.
this might be a yes for me too.
Thank you.
2025. All right.
Is it Game Pass? I don't.
No, you're right. See,
No, but it's a catch on sale.
Yes, I would say that. I'm interested in this, Nissa and Todd. I liked Babu as well. Sounds like a good dance stream. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
No, he meant for
I know for
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia. I know I'm saying for all of us to try out. Ooh, I
Game
thought
Pass.
this was Wulong Fallen
Game Pass.
Feathers, but it's Wu
Again,
Chang Fallen
another-
Feathers.
Let's just try and
Another
capitalize
Chinese
on
All right,
this, bro.
let's hear it, Bubble Boy. What's your problem with this one?
There's too many games that sound exactly the same.
Well, that one
When it
literally
comes
I
to
did
this.
think was Wulong. I'm not gonna lie.
Wolong, and then what was the other one that was on Game Pass?
Watch the trailer.
Woot. Oh, gosh, I can't even.
Wolong.
Probably that
Wolong.
Team Ninja game.
Fallen Dynasty was
No,
that the
it's-
name?
Naraka Blade Point.
Sure, all of them. I don't know.
What was the one that just came out from Capcom?
Black Myth Wukong.
That was
Katamari.
Capcom.
Yeah, so there was Black Myth, Wukong, and Wolong Fallen Dynasty, and all the names that sound exactly the same.
I actually
I
got
mean, they
a
are actual ethnic names, to be fair.
I got a side
Right.
of Bubble Boy on this one. This is looking a little bit too much like Wolong
And Wu Tang Clan, yeah, like why can't-
and
Ain't nothing to
what's
mess
the
with.
other one? What was the other one? Oh gosh. Anyway, it does. I got a side of Bubble Boy on this.
That Team
Bacon.
Ninja game.
I don't think it's that great looking. But are you
But
interested
did
in this?
Wulong
Bacon?
look that great to any of us?
Oh, of course it's
It
a
was fun.
Souls-like, Todd. Everything's a Souls-like now.
You can't tell me, and this is for the price of Game Pass, that y'all ain't gonna play this game.
That's what I genuinely. Here's what I genuinely
Let's hear it.
mean,
Let's hear it.
and I think there's probably some good games in here. If I play even 1 minute of any of these games, I will genuinely be surprised. And that doesn't have to be a reflection on how good or bad they are. I just don't think
You're not
I'm
even
going
playing Alan Wake DLC.
correct.
I mean,
I
I
haven't
won't because
played-
I hated Alan Wake too. But
Yeah, I loved the one universe that it started in with the FBI girl in Alan Wake, and then when it switched
Control.
to him. No, what?
No, the first part of the game
The
when you're
first
in the
part of
woods.
Alan Wake.
With
right,
the
when
saga.
it started switching. I felt
Saga,
weird,
yeah.
too,
I like it just got too weird for me, and this looks like the only thing I'll give the Alan Wake one was that it looks like they're really bridging the control gap, which is cool. But
Yeah.
again, there will be too much else to play.
That's that. I can agree with you on that. There already is.
And
There
that
always
was how I
will,
was
but there
looking at it.
always will be, Bubble Boy, and that's why I think that's the benefit. I think of what Bacon's trying to say is that we can at least try these
We
for
have to try them.
We probably, you're right. Bacon's right. We probably should, because there are probably games on Game Pass that we've missed that we would have potentially loved and been a game of the year. So.
Should I try one of these? though?
Kunitsugami, thank you, Todd. That's the other one that I was thinking of that
Kunitsugami.
looked like.
I just want to see you eat some JBCs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So for every minute, I will eat a JBC of what I play.
Gosh, I
So.
couldn't
Better
think of
buckle up, sir.
Kunitsuga. Thank you. Shout out to Todd, number one nerd chat intern, saving my ass.
You get the whole thing there too. Path of the Goddess.
Oh man,
Yeah,
but I'm saying the art style on that reminded me of some of these in the whatever that other Wolong game that we just talked about. Next up, FBC Firebreak. Set in a
looks freaking
control.
cool.
Oh, this is the control game.
Yes, it's a 3-player co-op.
Co-op multiplayer. Okay, I got to watch this trailer.
And this
Yeah, you
one
can talk
pissed
to
me off because the three of you will play it because I won't be invited because I can
Because
only
you're
make it
never
once
awake
every
when
other
we're
month.
playing. You're always in bed by 9.
So it pisses me off.
Then stay up later.
Okay. Before Bacon gets into this, I gotta say the best part of Control, the story was crap. Let's be real. Nobody knows what the hell was going on in that game. Was the combat. I love
sure.
the combat and movement and control. This, if it plays well, has potential. But I'm not gonna lie, this first person is throwing me off a little bit, Bacon. But tell me, I know you're pumped about this, right?
Well, I'm always pumped is a strong word. I'm excited
Interested.
for a change in some sort of a co-op multiplayer type genre. I never would have thought
It looks a little
that
goofy.
Remedy would do anything remotely like this because I'm just not a super Remedy guy. But seeing this, I'm like, and this is also Game Pass, just so we know.
Nice.
It looks interesting to me, and of course, you know me, I try most games on Game Pass, so I'm going to try it. It just screams something a little different in this age of staleness that feels like looks like a horde mode for.
Will this have more success than Concord?
It's on Game Pass. It will definitely have more
You gotta
success
give him
than
something
Concord.
else.
Yeah,
besides
how
that.
bad it.
I'm
When was
I'm
the
just
last-
being honest, you guys.
Yes, it will.
I mean,
Todd
even
says
admit
Remedy
that.
needs a revenue generator between its big releases. I don't think this is gonna be it. If Alan Wake can't make revenue,
they screwed up Alan Wake's release by only sending it to Epic, and we all know
I
as Steam
doubt
players,
that's.
it's a huge deal.
I think Bacon's onto something. Here's the other part you have to remember too, though, with all these games, even when you're complaining about the Souls-like and the seemingly like repeating patterns, all these games started years ago, right? This is not like
I
this is
remember
not
hearing,
like
we remember talking about this a long time ago in the show, the Control one. Shout out to Luke, by the way.
yeah,
Thanks for
shout out to
coming by.
Yeah,
Luke.
see, Luke gets it.
Luke is East Coast time, bud. He's 2 hours away from
No,
me.
I'm pretty sure he lives in California, so he's actually
No, that's Captain
only-
Logan. But
Yeah, 7:15, whatever. It's the same person. And it's 7:15. We should all be in bed. That's what he's trying to say.
Anyway, my point is that like
Sorry,
Remedy
Logan.
it's cool that they were trying something different, knowing that Alan Wake was going to come out. Now, is it going to hit? I don't know. Maybe it will be sweet. Maybe it'll be a fun game. I mean, I'm happy to concede my seat to Chance when he makes it out for the times, but otherwise, yeah, it'll be a fun 3-player game to do for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, Nis is East Coast too.
yeah. But by the way,
I know.
no.
I'm
By the way, though,
kidding.
for real, I don't like 3-player fire team. Like I think it should be 4. It should
That's
be
fair.
up to 4.
That's a fair critique.
I same with Destiny. I feel like what's up with that? Anyway, De Niro says it will also launch on PlayStation Plus. Is 5. Well, I mean, if they're doing that, Bacon, I hope that this game sees some success.
if it does PlayStation Plus also, then there's going to be a battle pass or something attached to
you
it.
got to get as many players in there to try it. I mean, to be honest though, I don't know how many. A lot of Control and Alan Wake both were critically, well received and hits. But were either of those really big sellers? Like, it seems like the audience for these games is small already as it is, and now you're doing a 3-person, what is it, a horde mode, Bacon? I don't
What it appeared to be.
I don't know. Thanks for the update, Todd Oxford. The Broncos up 26-3. Thank God we're beating a bad team. Any other closing thoughts? Do we want to give this a grade? Give it a gamer grade, Bubble Boy. What's the grade for this Xbox
don't ask
showcase?
me.
Yes, I want to hear his grade. For real.
C.
2.
Okay,
I'll give it a
C.
C because a
that's
C is
fine.
average and a C is
All right.
not bad. It's also
Jose, what
not
about you?
great.
I'd go B. I mean, here's the thing. Is there anything that I was like blown away by? Not necessarily, but games I want to check out, games I'm interested in playing. I love the Alan Wake DLC. Like, I like the horror stuff. I like the Phasmophobias coming. Like, I'm happy with what it came out with today. And to be fair, part of that is I went in with no expectations. Like I didn't read anything. I've been out of town, so I haven't really
Same.
listened to any podcasts. So like I was just like, oh yeah, there was that today, and it was cool, man. So I'm in.
Chat, give me your grades in there as well. I want to hear Todd and De Niro and Nessa. Give me your gamer grade for the Xbox Showcase. Bacon, what about you?
I'm going to give it a B+.
Whoa.
I felt there was a fair number of games I'm going to play in here, not just the Game Pass games. I like these third-party shows to give, some of these companies need Xbox's, marketing and stuff like that. But it's nice. It's the same when they do the indie shows and stuff to give people a spotlight. And it shows that Xbox are bringing a lot of games to their platform. A lot of these are going to PS5, and we don't care about that. So I felt it was a pretty good show. There's only maybe 2 games I won't touch. So
I'll give it a B-. I think it was solid. I actually didn't get to watch all of it, but the more I watched of it just now, some of those games looked pretty fun. Bubble Boy, I don't know. So.
And
But
I
I
genuinely
wish
hope
more were
they
on
are.
Game Pass. That's what I will say. It's hard. But that's where I agree with Chance. There's so many games, and there's so many games to be coming out next year. So little time. If it's not on Game Pass, I hate to say it, I'm probably not going to try it. Like that's the bottom line.
He's gonna wait for a Steam sale. Or
a Steam sale, or wait till it comes to Game Pass. Nissa Todd gave it a B. I wish more was coming to see. He said more was Game Pass because it's an Xbox show. Absolutely, Todd. Nissa also said for Eternal Strands, you should check out Travis's review. I didn't know that. I'll have to watch that. And Nissa said, be like Jose. Sorry, Jose, because there are a bunch of games I put on my Xbox list along with Neva. I know nothing about Neva. De Niro said, not bad for a partner direct, 2 premieres, and some decent game. B, teetering on a B+ for De Niro Primero.
fair.
Nissa
De
gave it a
Niro's
B
my
too.
dude.
So all in all, probably a B. Let's move on to news story number 2. Xbox Cloud Gaming will let you stream your own games in November. And this, of course, I believe broke the day after we recorded. I think it happened the 11th. Is that about right? Yep. So Xbox is expanding its game streaming service to thousands more Xbox games, and this is coming from Tom Warren over at The Verge. So we've been talking. We've basically mentioned this on our show for ever since Spencer said. When did they announce this, Bacon? We were like,
been a long
where
time.
is being able to stream our library?
4 years ago.
They listen.
Bubble Boy, are you? Is this? I mean, are you? Do you think this is actually happening in November? And are you going to be streaming to your PC at work like me?
I can't wait for this. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be streaming to my ROG Ally. Is where I'm going to be streaming, and I am hesitant to think it'll be like right out the gates in November that we can have. There goes your finger. That's disgusting. Why are you still showing that? Oh, because I'm guessing it's going to be limited at first. I'm thinking they're going to say there's only certain games that you can play, not because I don't think they're trying to limit what we can play. I think just functionality. They're not going to let you play some of the backwards compatibility games just because they might not be there yet. But I'm very excited about this. I think it's awesome. I wish it would have happened earlier.
And De Niro said it is starting off to insiders first and not.
Yeah.
all
Bacon, right?
of
Bacon's an insider,
the
right?
area. So Bacon. Or actually, Jose, I'll throw it to you before we go to Bacon because Bacon's going to be the one testing it for us. Jose, talk to me. Are you going to be, you're probably ROG Ally and your MacBook maybe potentially. Can you even play games on your MacBook? I don't even know if it's capable.
First of all, absolutely, I can play games. Okay? But here's the truth. What I'm really psyched about this, and this is, I don't know, maybe a source of shame, but truly since I've gotten into the PC gaming since not even a year now, but in the last year, I really haven't played my Xbox a lot. Now, granted, why am I keeping it? Probably for Grand Theft Auto, like that's a whole separate argument. But there are games I do want to play that are Xbox only that I don't have access to on Steam, and I've just been kind of like, I have so much to play, I can't really get there, like whatever. I just kind of, they're like in limbo is a great way to put them. And so what I'm really excited for this is this gives me that opportunity to try a lot of the games in Game Pass, like we just talked about. And you're right, on the Ally, like truly, like most of the time at night, I like just like sitting when we're watching TV with my wife and just being like, hey, she's going to watch this. So I'm going to play a couple of games on my Ally that are pretty low key and stuff. And so I do look forward to that. And because I'm obviously at home with like a strong Wi-Fi and network and that kind of stuff, I imagine it's going to work pretty decently. Getting it to work at work, I'm a little more skeptical about just because we're further away and like I'm dealing with all the people on our network at school and stuff like that. But I think it is very cool. I'm glad that they're making good on this promise. Like that makes me really happy. And it's totally fine that they take their time. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't expect it's going to just open on like November 1 and be perfect and stuff. It's going to take time and they're probably going to have to do games. What I would think, where I do disagree tiny bit with chances, I think they will start with backwards compatibility games because those are easier to stream. There's less data. There's less going on in the system. So I think those would be easier ways to start than some of our more like modern complex games, but we'll see what happens. And Kevin, good to see you, buddy.
Shout out to Kevin Ainsworth. Bacon, what are you actually, this isn't really a good thing for you because you don't have a console. So what are your thoughts?
That's true, but I have a lot of games I abandoned on my console that I've yet played. So depending on how many that I don't particularly want to buy again on PC. So if I get some of these games and I feel like playing them and not buying them again to then also not play them, I have a problem with buying games and not playing them. I think it's a good thing because you can also, on the Android app, buy games directly from Xbox and stream them. They're going to release games straight to the phone manufacturers. Again, Xbox says we don't care where you play our games or how you play our games as long as you play the games. So always giving people a choice, and people that have better internet infrastructures than we have, this could be very good. I've done some cloud gaming on my PC, and it works really, really well. So here's my hope is I can buy Grand Theft Auto and then just stream it to my PC because I sure as hell ain't gonna buy another console to play one game.
Yeah,
So
that'd
I
be
thought you said
sweet.
you were buying a PS5 Pro. I thought you already got one.
why would I buy that, Dan?
Giving you that, man.
To get the
I
best
bought a
playing
new golf
experience.
club instead. So
Yeah, I'm excited for this strictly because I told Matthew about this. I purchased the Final Fantasy Pixel remaster for him, Bubble Boy, because he hasn't played any of those.
Okay.
I'm like, Matthew, you could play this from work potentially if it's
Yep.
in your library
Yep.
and you can stream it. So
Yep. And then he got fired, and that's how.
anyway, I'm like, I do think it's cool to play that. Like Bacon said, and Jose, I do have some games on my library. Like I have Tales of Kinzera that's over there,
Yep.
and it would be nice to be able to stream that somewhere if I didn't have immediate
I
access to
never
my
finished
console.
Mortal Kombat 1.
There
Yep,
you go.
neither.
And I'm sure there are others that are probably on there, but this is a great thing.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it because they said this a long time ago. Let's go to the chat. Todd says GeForce charges how much? Isn't it like 15 or 20 bucks or
Yeah.
something?
Well,
I
they
thought
have
it
a
was
free
free for
tier.
just streaming.
They have a free tier, but to get
For
the
your
4K
library?
good servers.
I don't know.
No, I thought it was up there. And what did De Niro say? The iOS sucks. LOL. Oh, here's
We're
yeah.
not
Wait,
friends
Nissa.
anymore, bro.
But then he said sent for my iPhone right afterwards.
Which is funny because Bacon's like the biggest PC guy, but he's also an Apple simp. I
just
I
want
don't
things
know
that
how
work.
the two worlds.
It's harmony. He's all about
collide.
harmony, man.
I just want things that work, Dan, and the iPhone.
I'll give you
always
that. Their
works.
phone works, but to be fair, I had Android phones
not
too, and they
gimmicks.
always worked for me too. But here's what I'll give you with Apple: the ecosystem works. I will give you that. Like when I pull up my Beats Fit Pro, my phone automatically it connects and identifies it and tells me my battery. You know,
When you go to your iPad, you don't have to transition at all. It just starts working.
But I still think iOS sucks. Moving on to news story number 2. COD is coming to cloud streaming, Xbox cloud streaming, October 25th. Somebody explain this to me. Tom Warren over at The Verge, and I thought you couldn't cloud stream Call of Duty, Bacon. What's going on?
Ubisoft owns the rights to cloud streaming, so that means Microsoft paid Ubisoft to give its fans the option to cloud stream its games.
There we go.
Say that again. I
Xbox
don't
is
understand.
paying
How does
Ubisoft
Ubisoft
Yes.
own cloud
stream
I
its
am shocked
own
that they're
first
paying,
party
yes.
game.
I am shocked they're paying for this.
So this is the loophole. You just got to pay
yes, they
Ubisoft
gotta
to
pay
do it.
So they can't control and monopolize the streaming market because, again, the
What?
EU and their awesome
That was part of the
logic.
concessions made during the
Yes.
deal.
They sold all rights to streaming Activision to Ubisoft. That was during the court
So
case.
when this game launches, all of us here
We'll
could
able
be
to stream it.
streaming
Yes.
Call of Duty straight from work every
Yes.
day while
Every
we're
day.
not playing at home.
every day.
Holy
Oh, sorry.
shit, you guys.
But again,
This
like
is
Todd
incredible news.
who would wanna do
I'm
that?
gonna be grinding skins for 8 hours a day. Holy crap. Bubble Boy, will you be joining me?
I'm pumped about every other part of this article except for that. I just don't care.
What?
I don't think I'm gonna.
It's not very fun today.
No, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm gonna.
Everyone pooped in his cereal.
Yeah,
His
pooped in
Kelsey
my- no.
flakes.
You can make progress on the campaign. Go for some Chivos or something.
I just don't see myself doing that. Like, to
Wait a
play
second. I completely forgot.
multiplayer-
This is 3 Call of Duty games.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
the part I thought we were talking.
Call Black
about.
Ops 6, Modern Warfare 3, and
Yeah.
Warzone. This is
was-
everything I need. This is incredible news.
But you really gonna play multiplayer cloud streaming?
No, but I haven't played Modern Warfare 3 yet. Maybe I'll stream the campaign while I'm bored
Okay.
or something.
Then do that. That's great. I think makes
All right,
sense.
Jose, will you bring this negative Nancy out of here and pump us up with some
Well,
good news?
Well, honestly, here's a great thing from Todd. I think this is a great. We should do a special of this. He said, "I want to see you guys on the podcast and simultaneously streaming COD together mobile,
Yeah, let's
try
do
to
it.
talk and play at the same time." That'd be great. That's a good one, Todd.
All right, Bacon.
Nothing to add there, Chapo?
nothing to
I
add
think
to
he's.
streaming?
Cool. I mean, here's the thing, and I agree with Todd. He said this. Do I really want to stream COD? Any of them? Not really. Like now, granted, like let's say that I had a legitimate like work day. It's at work where I had to be there, but I had nothing to do, which is like that's a unicorn. That has never happened in my career.
Oh, in workday.
You know, like that would be very cool to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna jump on and do a couple rounds of like COD
Yeah.
Warzone, or like
Your
it would be
lunch.
cool like when I just went on my trip to be able to be like, yeah, the boys are getting
Yes.
on. It's late at night at the
Yes.
hotel. I'll put on some headphones. I can't really talk, but like I'm in. I do think there is benefit to this. The reality is that most of the time I want to be at my rig. I want to be at my desk with my headphones playing with my friends in that way. But on the economic smart side of this is a good move for them. This is how you get people into the Xbox.
This is how you get the Zoomers and the high schoolers, Jose.
That's exactly right. This is not for us. We're already playing this on other places. This is for the people that are not, and for like our children that are going to play this on tablets. Like this is what they want. They want to be able to play it mobile. And yeah, are they going to get crappy frame rates? Yeah, probably. Is there going to be lag? 100%. Right, but that's not why they play. They play to be part of the collective that is doing this in mainstream. So I think this is a cool move. I'm hope it's worth it for them financially to continue doing so. We'll see. Obviously, time will tell on that in terms of the cost what they're paying Ubisoft, but you know, good for them, man. I'm excited to see how this is going to launch. I just think the landscape of gaming is going to be very different by like Christmas this year. Like it's just going to be very different.
We're going to see
that's out.
So closing this whole Call of Duty talk, and guys, we didn't mention the merch. We've got new Call of Duty controllers, Call of Duty skins, Call of Duty gear, Call of Duty hoodies. They're going big time on Call of Duty is back on Xbox, like it, you know, always seemed to be a part of. But do you think this swings the needle at all, Bacon? Like, in all things considered, are we gonna see an increase in Game Pass subs, or does the status quo go on? People playing their PlayStations, people playing PC, and maybe a few hundreds of thousands buy Game Pass subs to stream Call of Duty. That's the bottom line.
Xbox was smart, and they canceled the dollar deal, so you can't get the 14-day dollar deal preview. That was smart. I don't really think Microsoft cares either way if you subscribe to Game Pass or if you buy three of their games a la carte out of all these games they're throwing out there. I honestly think they're probably going to lose money on Game Pass. So I think they would honestly rather you be on PlayStation and buy this game at $100 because you're going to buy the Vault Edition.
Yeah.
And they're going to make money. And don't forget, when the Switch 2 comes out, this game will be on the Switch 2. So Microsoft doesn't care. As a stockholder, I don't care. Buy the game. Play the game.
The other part of this too, Dan, is like it's not so much about you're missing the point of like if I'm a parent like of let's say like a tween, right, who like wants to get into gaming, and one of my coworkers, Zach Morris, you know Zach, right, from work, like he recently was talking to me in the last year about his son who wanted to play Call of Duty, and like at some point his son is going to be like, I want like another system. I want a PS5. Like, I want a PC. I want a PS5. I want a PS5 Pro. I want an Xbox Series X. And now with this, dad can be like, well, you really need a new phone instead. And like, you can play it on mobile this for $10 a month. Let's just get you mobile and Game Pass. And honestly, his kid will be thrilled. Like that's exactly what he wants.
Do you think Zach Morris knows what Game Pass is if he didn't talk to you?
It's not about what Zach knows because his son knows.
Do you think his kids know what Game Pass is?
Yeah. I absolutely do. And if they don't, they're going to start I don't think this is enough to move the needle by like Christmas. Is like that's what your question was, but it's not about moving the needle for 3 months. It's about like putting seeds in the ground for something to grow in the next 3 years, right? Especially because here's the truth. PlayStation, yep, they released the Pro. Good for them. It's actually really nice hardware. I like the 30th anniversary edition. We're not going to see another system for a couple years, like for sure. Right, we might see some from Xbox, maybe with like the handheld or whatever the next gen is. Like, but still, that's 2 years away, dude. So, like in that time, you need something to fill the gap. This is planting the seeds for that. And Todd, no, it's not Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. Yes, he does have the same name. Don't ask him. He's a very large.
God, he hates seriously. Can we just?
I ask my wife that every time she brings.
Every time we bring up Zach Morris, everyone asks. He must have. God,
I had to change my name by now.
Yeah, exactly. Nissa says
Slater.
You can play on the ROG Ally, but I won't. Not a cut. You should try the campaigns, Nissa.
Campaigns are really good.
They're fun. They're a good time. All right, let's close the news for the week with news story number 4. I just added it because I thought it was on here. Coming to Game Pass for mid-October 2024. I just saw this. This is already on cloud, console, and PC. This is on PC Game Pass. No achievements, Bacon. Sorry, because it's
Which
a
one?
Ubisoft title. South Park: The Fractured Butthole. Everybody, go play the South Park games if you haven't played them.
So good.
Incredible games.
This one's so good.
Yeah, I'll probably play
I
that.
do think the
I own it
Stick
on
of Truth
Xbox, so.
is better, but play this. They're phenomenal games. Donut County. Go play this for an easy 1,000 out of
That's my only
1,000.
1,000 out of 1,000 I have.
And anybody with kids,
It is a good- you're right.
wonderful
Great choice for
first
you're-
game to get them.
I should get Grayson to play
comfortable
this.
on
You're
the
right.
controller. Just an excellent.
And it's
excellent-
actually kind of a fun little game.
yeah,
story,
yeah.
yeah.
Nissa, if you never played it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all over
Your,
it.
s- your nibblings will love it. You should have them play it.
Yes.
Mech Warrior 5 Clans, Cloud, PC, Xbox Series X. Never heard of this. Day one, new Mech Warrior. This is a new Mech Warrior game. Wow.
It looks really good.
Well,
Honestly.
brother
it's on
loves
everything, so
Mech
might have to
Warrior.
check that one
Yeah,
out.
I have it. I haven't
Nice, pre-downloaded.
downloaded it. No, I haven't. I'm saying I need to.
I can tell you right now if it's here. Yep, it's there.
Yeah, no, I know.
I just
It's-
looked.
yeah.
Yep, I just looked. Well, I'm gonna have to click on this. Got achievos. Got achievements. All right, might have to download this. I don't care about achievements though, so I'm just kidding. Next one, the big one coming
'Cause
October.
Actually, sorry, timeout. Bacon, have you played any of the Mech Warrior games?
I
played
did
a
back in
little-
Xbox.
I did a little bit with my brother. Not the
Okay.
last. I think the last. My brother is a huge simp for Mech Warrior. Like
Yeah.
he lives and breathes that game. So
Does he have like the giant controller thing?
he's got like 15 mechs, and he's trying to explain to me. I'm like, I just want to shoot something, bro. And he's like telling me how to lube their gears, and it's wild.
Because there's no way I'm gonna go back and like I can jump into this one having played none of it, right?
I believe there's
Whoa.
not a. I believe there's not a super continuing.
Yeah.
Story.
And
so I think
Jose,
it'd
have
be
you?
okay.
Chance, have you looked at the HUD on this? This is
Yeah.
pretty intense. This looks like
It does, but I like.
Titanfall. And look
Yeah,
at this
I don't
top.
know.
This looks pretty crazy, you guys.
looks-
I'm not gonna lie.
Very, very interesting.
Wow. Yeah. This looks like an Allen game. Might have to tell. I wonder. He's probably all over.
He's
this
still in
pack.
Star Citizen out there, bud. You didn't even get
You're
back on
right.
COD.
Then obviously October 25th, Game Pass Ultimate, PC Game Pass, Cloud Console, PC, Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, Day one.
Big
We're going to
time.
be able to play it anywhere. So of course we're all going to be jumping into Call of Duty.
I'll be on vacation.
Where?
Cloud
Bud.
Here?
Well, who cares? It's a little bit. You can stream it. You can stream it. You can jump
Bacon, I'm
in
happy for you.
from
Me
streaming.
too, buddy.
Yeah, Ashen. Bubble Boy said worth checking. I thought about buying this recently, so I'm glad I didn't
Yeah.
because it's back. This was
Yeah.
on Game Pass. I remember a long time ago. This was
It
like
was.
a day one on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Back in there. So talk to me about this, Bubble Boy.
it's a Souls like.
Yeah, well,
No.
it is.
Yeah, it actually okay. That would be another game I think you could possibly consider, but it's so different. The art style is completely different. It's
Yeah.
a really cool, unique art style. It is similar to some From Software games in that you have your points and score that or whatever that as soon as you die you lose it all and you have to go back to get it, and it's the same. You
See, I
use it
think
to buy
that's
stuff and
that's a
upgrade and-
Souls like mechanic.
that
we can
sure,
agree.
sure. You can, yeah. It's a Souls-like mechanic. Perfect. It ends there, and it's just good and short, pretty short and sweet. I think maybe
Okay.
12, 15 hours. So
Might have to check that out. Like I said, I was already
Um,
thinking about buying that. Dead Island 2 is finally
yeah,
on PC Game Pass. I've been waiting for this.
yep.
Bubble Boy, you've been waiting? You did not jump
No.
on this
I'm saying, yeah, you guys should do it. I love
Oh,
it.
you played it on console. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I enjoyed the first one. I will get to. Can we play this co-op? Can I play this completely co-op
Yeah.
with Bacon? We might have to do that together.
And I played it for the record. I didn't technically play it on console. I played it on my Ally.
Oh,
And it ran great. It was awesome.
I didn't know you bought that on Steam or
No,
Epic.
it was through
Xbox,
Game
but on Ally.
Pass, Xbox Game Pass on my Ally.
But it wasn't available on PC Game Pass.
Correct.
So you were streaming it from your Xbox to your ROG Ally?
I didn't buy it.
Then
Yeah, I'm confused as well.
are you thinking of a different game? Are you thinking of Dead Island Dying Light?
No,
Dying Light's never been on Game Pass.
All right.
Okay.
I didn't buy that game.
I
played it.
It has
on-
not been on PC Game
I
Pass,
played the
Chance, until
entire
today.
thing on my Ally.
We're gonna have to get to the bottom of this later.
I do not.
I'm so confused. StarCraft Remastered is coming November 5th. StarCraft 2 Campaign Collection PC November 5th. Bacon's freaking out over there. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, Bacon. I'm never gonna play
No,
StarCraft.
I got
I'm gonna
I
play
got
it.
my Gosu shirt from.
Dude, Dan.
Are you really, Jose?
I'm gonna
so
try
excited.
it. I don't know
It
if
is
I'm gonna get into it, but I want to
fantastic.
try it.
If you're a
like
thinking man,
archery
it is like
games.
playing chess.
I'm not.
I am a thinking man, Bacon.
Jose
Right.
is.
It is like playing chess, and it is so freaking addicting. Don't play it, Dan. I don't care.
I'm sure you didn't, but did you watch the YouTube videos I,
I watched
sent you on Nick's story?
the two.
I
two
started
episodes
it.
you
I
sent.
started.
Yeah,
the-
well,
the
Bacon, I figured
brothers.
you did.
Yeah,
It's
dude. StarCraft is a lifestyle, bro.
It is, and that
I'm not
is
in
the
it.
part that makes me really excited to like. I just want to see. I want to experience it. If I hate it, great. I tried it, but
I don't
like
think you will.
I don't either. I really don't. And when I
There are
say
so
the fact
many
that if I
strategies,
play
man.
one game from that showcase earlier, my hope is that I'm sucked into Starfield and playing that for hours and hours and hours on end. But
You mean StarCraft?
that's exactly what I said. I said StarCraft, not Starfield. Yep.
Leaving October 31st, Frog Detective, Headbangers, Inculinati, Lonely Mountains Downhill, and Miniko's Night Market are all leaving Game
I
Pass,
didn't
guys.
even know they were in Game Pass.
Those have been the news stories for the week. Let's jump into what have we been playing and or watching. Jose, I'm going to throw it over to you first because I don't feel like you've played anything because you were in Disney World. So anything? to
On
add
the
this week?
contrary, I have played a few things actually this week because of the flight and such. I did finally finish Plucky Squire. I did like beat the game.
Ooh, okay, let's hear it.
I mean, like, I gotta be honest. I agree with a lot of what Chance said. I really enjoyed like the initial like hour and a half because it's like very cute. It's very endearing. I really like the play style of like going into the 2D world and 3D world. It's beautiful in that sense. It got a little repetitive for me, and I really, really was trying to like not get bothered by that constant breaking up of like the combat. But I gotta be honest, like truly by the end, it is borderline infuriating where you're like, dude, like I know, I get it. I just let me finish the story.
Ooh.
Like Dan, I think you would actually get like rage quit. I think truly you'd get so mad about that element of the game. But it was cute. I certainly hope that they do something else similar. I'm trying to remember what was the other game that was like similar in art style, but it was 3-dimensional. I just played it recently.
Oh, I think it was called.
These nuts.
That's a good one.
Got him.
Oh, I have a
There was another
goddess.
game that we played recently where you're kind of like in a house and you're this little tinykin. That's what it was called.
Tinykin.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Tinykin, yeah.
Tinykin was like
Love that
same
game.
kind of like art style, very endearing, but so much better because you just played the game. But shout out to Devolver. I hope they continue the style. You know, better luck on the next one for them. I also started Pumpkin Jack, which if you didn't know is like
Is this Special Jack? What?
no
Making my eyes rain.
no.
Simple Jack.
This is shout out to Luke Lore. He's talked a lot about playing spooky games during October, and he always kept saying Pumpkin Jack, and I was like, what the hell is Pumpkin Jack? It's a platformer, a 3D platformer that's on Steam that literally I got for like $2. It's literally $2 on the Steam store right now. And I was like, you know what? That's perfect for me to take to Disney World because it's like you can jump in and out of it. It's super tiny. It's only like a 6 gigabyte game or something like that. It's tiny. Todd said it's like Maximo. And he's right. It was cool, man. I still haven't beat it, but it's perfect for to just like chill out and kind of like not really think about. It's got kind of like old school Donkey Kong vibes with some of like the mine carts and then just generally like good platforming. Like super shout out to Pumpkin Jack. Kind of a goofy story about I can't remember the name of. There's like a Stingy Jack, which is like an actual like Halloween legend from like the East Coast and stuff. So like check out if you like that kind of stuff. I also just want to quickly shout out to Luke. He has a super cool review about that retro games,
Oh, that's good.
Halloween and Evil Dead thing. Check it out, man. If you haven't don't follow XCP, go follow Luke and watch that review. Makes me super excited to play that game when it comes out tomorrow. The other thing I just want to quickly mention, the Penguin. Shout out to Penguin or to Bacon. He told me to watch The Penguin, and he was absolutely correct. Like, that is a super good show on HBO, especially if you're just into the Batman lore at all. Whether or not you like the Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, it's basically like a mafia show, and it's super cool, man. So I've been watching that and really enjoying that. That's what I've been up to the last week while in Disney World.
I'm sorry, I'm looking up Simple Jack. It's Simple Jack trailers from Shopping. It's Ben Stiller playing Simple Jack. Oh man, Bacon, what have you been playing this week? Oh wait, that's right. He sent the rage quit. He just he sent us a clip, you guys, deleting
One of the easiest games of all time.
It's
the
clearly
rage delete.
not the easiest game of all time.
Curse of the Dead Gods.
I have.
Oh no, I
3
thought you meant
days.
Starfield.
No. Oh, I'm gonna delete Starfield also. I Curse of the Dead Gods. I've been playing it for so freaking many days straight.
Hold on, Bacon. I gotta adjust. Chris, car update. Go watch some videos, brother. Keep watching them.
Yeah.
Car update, brother. Sorry.
So I decided I was getting nothing done in my gaming life because of that stupid game. So I rage deleted it.
He did. He sent us the video again. Sent us the clip. Actually, I'll pull it up right now.
Full days worth of that game, and I'm done. I can't do it any longer. So, in the spirit of the Batman universe, I got back into Arkham. What was the first one? Arkham Asylum.
Nice. Yeah.
The best one. The best
Steam.
one.
I got them all for like, I don't know, $7,
Hell yeah.
$8, something like that. It's super great game. Oh, now I remember why I didn't finish it on Xbox. I couldn't remember how to get back to the Batcave, and I almost rage quit that. And I did get into Starfield again. I was planning on finishing that DLC, and I'm in a mission right now that is the dumbest mission I've ever been in my life. I hate every
You are
single
such a
second of it.
noob. How are
wasn't
you
that
a
hard,
noob?
bud?
Exactly, Jose.
Dude,
What
I
is
keep
this
getting
deal?
shredded. I only have bullets in like 3 of my guns. I can't kill these things. I bumped it all
You
the way
don't even
down
have to.
easy.
That's just it. You can
They
just
corner
close
you.
the door
Run.
and run.
Just
Close the
sprint.
door. There's no door. I'm in a cave
like,
with
you have to
crystals
exit the
everywhere.
cave. You have to
Talking
You
do
just
about
have to
some-
exit
No,
the
you just
cave,
run.
Bacon.
Where?
You don't even have
You
to.
follow
Where you
the
came
road.
in.
It is all dead ends, bro.
No.
No, it's not, bud.
Bull.
You just follow hey, this is what you do. Hit LB, right, where you bring up your scanner thing, and it'll put arrows on the floor of
To
where
where
to go.
you need to run.
Like,
For
it'll
any
literally
mission,
point
it'll
you
show
to
you
the-
where to
Dude.
go.
And the worst part is every time I die to those stupid ass spiders, I have to go through that freaking cutscene again.
No, you
and
don't,
that
just
dialogue
quick
of
save.
You can
talking
just
to
do a
that
quick
freaking
save right
guy.
after.
save.
Just do a
Dude,
quick save right after. But is
I
Bacon
am
know how
so
to play this
infuriated.
game, you guys?
I'm so infuriated with Starfield right now. It's not even a good mission, and it pisses me off.
That was
to
one of the
no
fun.
end. I hate
What
it.
a
That Starfield
idiot.
DLC is getting a 2
Oh, what
right
a
now.
loser.
A 2 from me because it's so stupid. But anyways, back to the Broncos.
They're beating the
And-
easy levels.
And I will say,
What a noob, you guys.
Penguin-
Bacon can be the biggest noob sometimes. I don't understand it.
I don't look at stupid
Legendary
videos.
destiny, but
You don't even have to watch a video. You just run out the door you came into the cave.
I'm telling
Bacon.
you, every
Legendary destiny.
corner in that freaking cave is blocked. Anyways, but to Chapo's point, Penguin is absolutely phenomenal. I cannot believe that is Colin Farrell
Dude,
playing
right?
that part. Dude, it is so freaking good.
Yeah.
how many
You don't
episodes
even
are they
feel,
in?
you don't even feel like you're in the Batman universe. It's just such a good
I
show.
saw 3. Chris said he saw 4 was awesome. How
I've
many have you
seen all
Bacon?
4, and like it is just a good show. And even
So
if it
my
has
wife would
nothing to
consider
do
watching it?
with comic books and video games and stuff that we love, just the actual acting and how
Maybe I
that
have to
show
get
is shot,
HBO again.
it is
It's about-
absolutely ridiculous.
It's about the mafia. Like if
Right.
Ashley's into mafia shows,
almost
that's what it's
feels-
really about. But
Yeah.
it's so. I mean,
That's
there-
what Joe is
there are-
saying. He's just doing Tony Soprano Penguin style.
You'll really like it, Chance, because there's so much Batman lore that's kind of like hidden in it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like Ashley won't get any of that. She won't care though. But like
Yeah.
the story is still good without all of that. But like there's references to like the
Maroney's
Long
and folk,
Halloween
yep.
and other characters and parts
Oh,
of
boy.
Gotham and like crime families. Like
Yep.
it's dope, dude. It's so good.
Holland
And
is
I was
such a
planning on
good
having it like all day today and tomorrow, but
Yeah, Colin Farrell.
you know.
If he doesn't win Oscars for that performance, I
At
don't
least
even know.
Emmys or something, dude.
I don't even know
Who
what.
plays Sophia Falcone?
Did you remember did you watch what was the video game company show on oh god, what's her name?
Okay, while Jose looks that
Yeah,
up,
It's Always Sunny. It's Always Sunny. What is Mac's name in real life? Rob McElhenney, right?
McElhenney.
There was a show where he ran a video game company with
Yeah,
like
on
Poppy.
Apple.
Oh yeah,
Mythic
it's
Quest.
incredible. Mythic Quest.
Do
Yeah.
you remember there was a special one-off episode in Mythic Quest where it was like the founders of this like horror company?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
wife, it is the wife who plays Sophia Falcone, and
Okay.
there's a couple scenes where she's like looking
the
into
mom
dudes'
from How I
faces
Met Your
and-
Mother.
Yeah, and I never watched that show, but yeah.
Yeah, super good, dude.
Jinx Quest had time. They both said that. I'll go quickly. I beat Batman Arkham Origins. I thought it was fine. I thought it was a solid Batman game. I didn't think it was necessarily better than the Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, or Arkham Knight, but I enjoyed my time with it, Todd. I didn't get the DLC like you suggested. I feel okay. I kind of wish I did, but I didn't, Todd. I'm okay. But I did finish that, and then I did one mission in Ace Combat 7.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Gave me a lot of
Hell yeah, man.
Top Gun vibes.
Well, did you get the Top Gun DLC? For
No,
it?
but I did buy it on Xbox because it was on sale for like
Yeah.
$5 for Grayson. So he will.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's gonna love that, but I haven't told him that yet. So,
That game was great.
oh, very cinematic. Like after
Mm-hmm.
every mission, it's like, yeah, very cool. I'm getting. I mean, to be honest, it just reminds me of playing it back on the PS1. I loved
Right.
Air Combat when it originally
Yeah.
released. Then
Star
it changed
Fox.
to Ace Combat. No, Ace Combat destroys all. So I will be jumping to that. But seeing these games that are coming to Game Pass, I've got a lot to play here. I have to finish, and I don't want to, Jose. Freaking scary game. What is it called? Was that
Visage?
stupid-
You gotta finish
stupid
it.
ass
That's
scary.
for the
I know. I was
game,
like, I'll wait until it's spooky season, and no, it is spooky season. I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna have to finish Visage. Maybe I'll stream some of that later. God, I hate that game. But as far as what I've been watching, I have been watching Real Housewives of Miami, and let me tell
Oh
you
my
guys,
God.
it is.
Oh my god.
I'm getting sucked into this Miami cast. There are some spicy Latinas down there, and let me just tell you, there's a lot of drama, some cheating husbands, a lot of sad. I'm just getting,
We just bleep this entire
just getting
segment.
sucked into Real Housewives of Miami with Allie. So, by the way, a merch drop, guys. I just got this email from Scuff Instinct. They even have their own Call of Duty branded
Oh, wow.
Scuff
And-
Instinct
They can look
as
away.
well.
So do you see
So-
the pops of orange?
Yes.
If any of those clothes from the merch store had pops of orange, it would have been an instant.
This might
buy.
be your controller then. Have you had a Scuff yet? You
No.
might want to try one.
You-
I'm telling
Scuff
you that I
kills
love
the
the
Elite.
Scuff. I love my Scuff.
Kills the elite.
Only
build
the
quality is
only
so
thing
much
the
better.
Scuff Instinct Pro is missing, Bubble Boy, that the Elite has over it are the tension thumbsticks,
Which
which you may or may not use. But that's like literally it. I think it has better back button placement. It has better grip. It has better bumpers. It has got the
Weight.
mouse triggers. Oh my gosh, the mouse triggers are crazy, Bubble Boy. That's insane.
better
how much is that one?
Well,
280.
Expensive, $250.
well, this one is 230, but
Oh,
it's a really good controller. I'm not gonna lie. It's maybe you could just buy, or what you can do is buy a Scuff Instinct Pro when they're on sale at Best Buy sometime, Bubble Boy, and then maybe you can just buy the faceplate for this. But this is a good looking
Ooh,
controller.
I
You
wonder if
like
they
the
do do the
orange.
faceplates.
You like the orange,
Does it say if
Bubble
the
Boy.
faceplates
This
are purchasable, separable?
I will try to find that out while I'm looking. Bubble Boy, give us what have you been playing, watching, and was there a gamer grade you said?
yeah, there was. So I played Nobody Wants to Die, which I felt like was a game that when I talked to you guys about it the other day, a couple weeks ago, that I got a lot of like eyebrow raises. Is that right? Do I
Yep.
remember that right?
Which one is that?
So it's a walking simulator. Yeah,
Ooh.
and I thought it was good. I think it was worth playing. I'll just do the whole thing here. So for language arts, I gave it a C minus. I had no idea what the hell was going on, but I didn't care. I wanted to keep pushing through and see it to the end. The good ending had a pretty cool story, I think. Like I liked the way it happened, but I seriously couldn't tell you anything about how you got to that good ending or what happened in between or why any of the things happened. The gist of it is you're a detective in the future, but the future also kind of feels like the past. I say later on, it's almost like Altered Carbon. If you've never watched Altered Carbon on Netflix, is absolutely fantastic show where
Season 1.
people
Season
season
2
one, yes,
got a little
yes, Jose,
weird.
you're absolutely right. You can like change bodies and stuff, and of course the richer you are, the long you can basically live forever. It has that same concept but like in a BioShock universe, which is really cool. The story outside of that, I have absolutely no idea. I couldn't tell you what was going on. I got it for 25% off, which was a good deal. It only took me like a little bit less than 6 hours. If you get it for half off, I say absolutely go for it. So B plus for math. The science, I gave it a C plus. The mechanics that they put in there for when you're solving crimes and stuff were pretty cool, but they're all pretty basic and simple too. Nothing super fancy to write home about or anything though. So also didn't have any crashes, so good stuff. C plus. Social studies, gave it a B because like I said, for the IP, new IP characters and setting, it was 100% Altered Carbon meets BioShock, and those are two universes I love the hell out of. So that was really well done. The art. So the reason I picked this game up was because it was actually on a Game Ranks list a while ago for the best looking games, and I gave it a B because it really wasn't anything stellar. I was hoping that it would be even close to on the same level as something like Hellblade.
Or like Cyberpunk at least.
Yeah, and it wasn't. And like Hellblade, God no. Cyberpunk, not really. Though the one thing I will say though, and because fire, there's a lot of fire in the game. The fire does look incredible. The way they do fire in it is extremely well done. It's like a game that does water really well. You just notice it. The fire was really, really, really well done. Music, gave it a B because the voice acting was really, really good. There's only a couple characters, and I had to look this up, but Philip Sacramento and Keaton Talmadge are the male and female characters, and their commentary is so well done, and I thought their voices were perfect. The music was excellent, and it was the perfect ambiance for like mid 20th century vibe that actually takes place in the future, because you could close your eyes and think you were watching like some mafia movie, I think. Yeah, the music was really good. And then PE, is it fun for Daniel? C minus. The puzzles and challenges were never really all that hard, which was okay because I wanted to keep moving through the story, and they were just entertaining enough to be distracting from the narrative. The evidence board puzzles, which is something you do at the end of like every other chapter, was kind of cool, but it really wasn't. They didn't explain it very well, so I felt like it could have been done a lot better. But overall, I thought it was worth it. I liked it. So if you happen to find it on sale, I would say at least 50%. Nobody Wants to Die. It will, I think, serve its purpose. So I'm glad I played it.
Oh,
Great.
oh, that's good.
Oh, and the overall equals all that. B minus 2.57.
Okay, not bad, not
Okay,
bad.
it's getting some scholarships.
Yep.
Let's get to
It's a junior.
chat.
Just a junior.
Chat in here. Todd says Dan wants to be a real house husband of Colorado. If anybody's interested, another husband out there who wants to talk about housewives, I want to start a podcast on it because I think we'd get a big audience. So these jabronis here don't want to join me in making a housewives podcast. So Todd, if you want in on that, let me know. I feel like we could have a good audience there. 1 hour, one decision said, can someone send me a ghost pepper Popeyes chicken sandwich? Yeah, well, I didn't even know that was out, Jose. I haven't had it in so long. I'm embarrassed right now.
You should be.
Todd also said, when does the Xbox bring out the Elite 3? I agree. Bubble Boy was about to buy the Elite 2 Call of Duty one, Chance, I think you should
They wouldn't
spend
let
your
me. So
Chance, I think you should spend your money on the Instinct Pro Scuff one if you like that orange, because I don't think you'll be disappointed with that controller at all. And then what did Chris also beat Detroit Become Human? I have that on my PlayStation. I thought about buying it on PS5. I don't think I'm gonna get to it. And then De Niro Primero said, I'm going to make a fake report card graphic for Bubble Boy in his reviews. Thanks, De Niro. You're the best. De Niro.
yeah, which we have, like, kind of. I have I don't know if Jose has a copy. He can pull it up and show you. But like, I have what's it called? Template of like a rubric that we have to
right now.
fill
You got to
out.
throw it to him.
Yeah. He's asking you in the chat. Chris also said, I secretly watch Housewives. Well, it's not a secret anymore. And Nessa said, Dan, you and Emily D. Baker will get. Who's that? I don't know who that is. Does anyone know who that is? I'll have to
Chris,
look.
you and Dan, bud, start a podcast. Dan wants to do it.
dude,
I don't
I'm
watch
not
the
even-
show. It's not that I hate it. I just don't watch the show.
Todd watches the ugliest houses in America,
That's a good
baking
show.
shows, and Forged in Fire. I can't
Forged in Fire
watch
is
the
freaking
self-absorbed rich people. Sorry, Dan. Well, sorry to you too, Todd. Guys, let's close the show like we always do with the best food we had this week. I'm gonna go quick, guys. I got nothing. I can't think of anything, Jose. I'm honestly like at a lot. I tried those honey bun donuts. I'm gonna tweet about my review, so I'm gonna save it for that. But just stick to the good cinnamon crumble, whatever they're called, the original donuts, the best ones. Those are the only ones that matter. I had double stuffed Oreos. Bacon. What was the best food you had this week?
So I'm now on week 3 with no Coke Zero in my life, nothing but water. And to be honest, guys, I feel great.
Good. You should. That's
Move
the
that
idea.
aspartame out of your life and all those artificial sugars. I'm telling you, game changer.
I disagree with bacon. A diet soda every now and then because you're craving that pop sensation.
Every
by
now
all
and then,
means,
sure,
it's
but
good.
he can't do that when he's trying to
I am
kick
like
it.
bacon. I'm always drinking water, but I will say lately at night, I'm like, man, I just want something sweet, but 0 calorie, zero guilt bacon. Pour myself a Diet 7-Up or a Diet Ginger Ale. Hits the spot. I'm just telling you
But
right now.
the wife had parent-teacher thingies this week, and she brought home some Freddies.
Oh, God, give me that Freddy sauce.
Heck yeah,
right now.
bud.
Give it
Fry
to
sauce,
me.
Smash
the
burgers?
spicy fry sauce. I had a double.
me that Freddy
I had a
side.
double bacon cheeseburger, and the fries are the best. I mean, undisputed champions of fries are Freddy's.
Okay, that's bold.
No, not bold. It is.
Not bold,
Freddy's has
just
the best
They're
fries.
S tier, but not champion.
Who's the best fries?
Arby's.
Don't tell me Arby's.
Curly
This is
Times.
greasy as hell.
Curly fries.
Good Times
Nope.
is a good call.
Good Times, or I'm sorry, just McDonald's.
They are-
McDonald's is good.
Solid.
I don't know, bud. I don't know.
I think
But
they're kind of
Chick-fil-A
overrated.
Chick-fil-A
but
is better
solid.
fries.
Oh my God. Jose, put
Chick-fil-A
Bubble Boy
does
on a
not have
3-minute
better.
timeout
Chick-fil-A fries
immediately.
are-
Good God. What is going on?
Chick-fil-A fries are an afterthought.
Holy
you just feed them to
shit.
the dog. They're not good.
Thank you. Good.
But-
They're like In-N-Out fries, Bubble Boy. Holy
In-N-Out fries
shit.
are terrible. I will give you that.
Okay,
Even with
so
the
maybe
animal
we'll
style.
create a poll and figure out the best fries. Anyways, but that's all I've had this week. It's been fairly boring.
And yes, Deja Vu, Sonic Tots are better than their
Good call. Deja vu.
Nissa said Emily Baker is a former lawyer who goes over entertainment. Oh, is this like one of Hoag's friends who goes over news with a law perspective? Gonna have to check her out. Nissa also just ate Tyson chicken wings. Yum. Yeah, I mean Tyson, you can't go wrong. I mean whatever artificial ingredients they're making to pump those chickens up, I don't care. I love it. And B said I didn't make anything this week, but did get a Popeye's classic chicken. I will try the ghost pepper version next time. Thanks, B. For that update. Todd, I made a slow cooker pot roast tonight and had an Italian, so good, Jersey Mike sub on rosemary cheese bread. Deja vu, Sonic Tots better than fries? Maybe better than Sonic's fries, I'll give you that. I still think Arby's fries are, the curly fries, nothing comes close. Just absolutely amazing. Todd said Raising Cane's fries are the worst. I haven't had those yet.
Yeah,
They are the worst.
Worse than In-N-Out, guys?
Dude, they're
Nothing
so
In-N-Out's
bad,
good.
dude. There's no
They're
salt.
terrible.
I've never had them.
I never get
I don't
'em.
know how
It's
anything
nice,
could be
though.
worse than In-N-Out's fries.
It's nice at Cane's though because you don't have to get them. You just say I want 2 pieces of bread instead. And
I did
they
not
give you
know
the
that.
option. Good.
oh
good.
yeah, you can.
Whereas, In-N-Out, you get like, I get animal style. Well, then you're not eating fries anymore. You're just
No.
eating the slop on top of the fries.
Yeah.
And then, one of Hoag's friends, crinkle cut fries are for cafeterias. Effed. I like crinkle cut fries from the
would.
cafeteria.
Go
It's
try the
cool.
Raising Cane's ones, Dan. Then report.
I mean, I haven't had
Right
Racing Canes yet, so I'm missing out apparently. Bubble Boy, what about you? What's the best food you had?
Well, as you can see here.
Oh,
I
you did
tried
get it. How was
I tried it. Not great.
Oh, wait. So I got to ask, the chicken looks like a giant chicken McNugget. Is that the texture and flavor we're getting?
Exactly. That is
Okay.
the perfect.
That sounds
way
amazing to me.
describe it.
That sounds amazing to me. I love chicken McNuggets,
33
but
to
not
3
in burgers.
Broncos.
Not in Burger Farm.
Yeah, it just wasn't there for me. Like
That- yeah.
it's too
Stick with
much
the
to have the
QPCs.
breading on the chicken and 3 slices of bread. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't bad. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. If we were ranking chicken sandwiches from all the different places, like
Wouldn't even
every
be.
other chicken sandwich at McDonald's is better than this.
Oh, I mean,
Just the
guys, before Bubble goes any further, the classic the spicy McChicken.
oh yeah, spicy
Oh.
chicken.
How
Just
underrated
$1.
is
Okay.
that chicken
It's
sandwich?
still
Like,
one of the
let's be
cheapest
real.
items on the menu.
I mean,
too.
you can get it with the $5
So
thing,
good.
so it's a no brainer. It just wasn't great, and so but what we did was my mom got it, and she is like this big, so she can't eat like more than 3 bites of it. So I had some. I also got a bacon QPC, and I'm telling you, those don't miss, and it must
Oh,
be the not
Have
frozen
you
patties.
added the mayo and deleted the mustard? Added
Dan's right.
lettuce?
No, I just do the bacon.
I mean, they're
one,
still good.
and
You're right. The
I'm-
QPC's
yeah.
on another level, right? You're like,
So-
holy shit, these are so good.
Elevated.
What was
dining.
interesting, and I had people are gonna be like, Jesus, Chance, slow down. Because we had In-N-Out on Friday.
Jesus,
I took
Chance,
Cora
slow
there
down.
for the first. thanks, Megan. And then I was like, because Cora was like, this might be my favorite burger, and I was like, okay, let's try some McDonald's after that. She would agree the fries are just not great at In-N-Out.
Oh, they're terrible.
But I like a good animal style burger from there. It's
Again, but you're adding something to make it better.
Fine,
Like,
You're adding the lettuce and mayo to the QPC too, bud.
yeah.
yeah, but
like-
you don't have to. That's just elevating it. The QPC by itself is still delicious, like Bubble Boy just said. The bacon one. Like,
And okay, but let me ask you this: how many people go to In-N-Out and just get not?
I get a
animal
standard
style?
double. I do.
Oh, okay.
I avoid
And
In-N-Out
And it's a
at all
salty ass
costs.
burger.
Yeah.
And actually, I get it protein style. I get it with lettuce. So
Yeah. If I go back, which I mean, I'm not gonna say I won't.
did
ever
you say
go
there's
back.
no
I'm not-
line where you are too?
Oh,
You're
dude, we
lucky.
walked right in again.
Dude, you're so
Just-
lucky. I don't.
Insane, dude.
Park was
walked right
weird.
in, and I like. My mom was like, "Oh, it's kind of crowded," and then she's like, "No, it looked crowded, but it wasn't." We literally, as we walked in the door, the lady's like, "I can help you," like at the counter right there. So, and that was at like noon on the dot on Friday.
Dude, the Aurora one still a Bubble Boy. I
Oh,
swear
I
that's
know.
jam packed. That's crazy.
I know. So that was neither of the. I guess the best would have been the bacon QPC.
That's
out of all
right.
that.
God, yes.
Good
Did
call.
you add it to? Did you add these to the list, Jose? Have you been getting these?
Oh, I have not. Sorry. What am I adding? Give it to me right now. Sorry.
I had a
Uh,
QPC.
Okay.
Bacon. What about you? Anything to add to the list this week?
Freddy's, but that's not on
I
there.
picked Arby's this week and
What do you get at Arby's? Just you
I
just
got
get the
the-
standard
cheddar,
beef and cheddar.
beef and cheddar.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
I used to
have
love
the
fries,
meat.
Hell yeah, you do. And
These nuts.
Okay.
Got him.
Wait a second. Wait, everybody stop. De Niro Primero said, I haven't had a QPC in for. Oh, God. De
but You can lead a horse to water, but we can't make him drink.
Niro, go right now and get
Right
yourself
now.
a QPC. Say,
Drop
I don't
what you're doing.
delete
It's only
the
8
mo-
o'clock
and
in
order
Cali,
it through the
man.
map, by the way. Order it through the app because you get points. I've got so much free McDonald's coming my way.
You are right, Dan. I finally downloaded the app.
Dude,
It's actually
and
insane
then you
how
get
much-
the 10%, the 25% off an order thing every time. Like my order's affordable.
crazy.
It's
and
crazy.
then you hit the
Guys,
double points every time.
life changing. Todd Oxtra said animal style is like covering up their food with sauce. It's like kids putting ranch on it. So they, yep.
Yeah.
I it's not that it's bad. You know, I like animal style stuff, but it just, it's,
I think
In-N-Out
too,
is
it's the
solid.
grilled onions
It's consistent.
that do it for me. It's not
consistent.
even the sauce. I love a grilled onion on anything.
It's consistent, but highly overrated. Deja vu. Thanks. Deja vu. Did you see my finger deja vu from the basketball game? Look at this dead finger got going on here from that meanie who just tackled me. Look at this.
I bet he was that one kid at Grayson Summer School's dad.
Oh, I hope. Look at this.
Or it's the tennis man.
Todd also
Only
said,
2 balls.
Only 2 balls tackling Dan.
yeah, he has not reached out to Allie recently, ever since Allie left after he hit on her. Deja vu also agrees with you, W boy. The chicken Big Mac was bad. I hated it. It sucked. And Todd said Wendy's had a great Halloween toys this year. Plus, Frosties are amazing. I mean,
Oh yeah.
absolutely. A big old bull. Deja knows. Deja vu was subbing himself out because he didn't want to get tackled by this guy because he's just dirty. And In-N-Out fans should just be quiet. It would create less drama. I completely
Todd
agree.
and I have never agreed on anything more.
Chipotle Bear, close us off. What was the best food you had this week?
I had an amazing week of food because we were in Disney World. But
yeah,
before we
Disney.
get to that very quickly, I also on the way home had the chicken Big Mac because we were at the airport and they had it at the airport. I didn't think they would because usually it's kind of a limited menu.
Oh yeah.
I agree with Chance 100%. It like the presentation was fine. It tasted fine, but like when it was done, even Victoria, my wife, was like, "Did you like it?" And I was like, "I kind of wish I just had gotten a regular Big Mac, honestly." Like it just
Or a
needs
spicy
balance
chicken
of that meat.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was fine. Like if you like the chicken nuggets or you really like chicken sandwiches, you'll enjoy it. It's not a bad tasting sandwich. It's kind of bland because it's like a lot of breading and mild chicken and like mayo and stuff. So to each its own. But best food I had this week, I tried to make this quick. So like Dole Whip, if you know what Dole Whip is in Disney World, it's like pineapple ice cream that's really good. But they had a special one with chamoy in it, which is like a Spanish spicy like sauce that you put on food.
Where was that at?
It was in right where you buy Dole Whip in like Fantasyland, right next to the Aladdin ride. They had the chamoy on it add-on, which was fantastic. That was my favorite. We also did Gideon's Bakery in Disney Springs, one of our favorite places to go for like awesome cookies, and it's like super Halloween themed all year round, which is really cool. Check that out. I love good old fashioned character waffles, which are just like they're children's waffles. I'm not gonna lie.
They're better. They're better than every other waffle, though.
They're
They are
extremely overpriced, but
them.
they are very delicious. My daughters also love those as well. And then just best like actual meals that we had. We went to Teppanyaki, which is in Japan. It's their hibachi in Japan. Outstanding. If you've never been to Disney World, and whenever you go, and if you can do the meal plan, do the meal plan, because otherwise what happens is, and I've done it too when I've not had the meal plan, is you start nickel and diming yourself. You're like, oh, like that's $40. I should just get the thing that's $29 instead of $40. The meal plan is you can pick whatever you want and it's taken care of. And so that's the way to go. Highly recommend. Hibachi was great. And then the other thing that I really, really liked was this place called Skipper's Canteen. I had never been there.
Yes.
It's a Jungle Cruise. And we went there and it was so good. Their steak there was one of the best steaks I had. Check it out next time. But overall, it was just a good week of food. I ate a lot, but to be fair, I calculated 70,000 steps in 4 days.
Oh yeah.
Like we put on some work. I destroyed my sandals. I don't know where they're at, but they were well worn.
You
in
wore
after
sandals?
Those. I did. I wore
Sandal
UFOs,
freak.
which are like old man sandals. Like they're literally like this thick and memory foam.
Oh,
But
wearing
dude,
Tevas.
I crushed it. I was like, I was speed walking, like doing this thing the whole time. It was great. So lots of good food. Glad I'm back. Thankfully, thank God, I do not have work tomorrow. we actually have the day off. So today was work day, tomorrow off. So gonna catch on some stuff, sleep in, and then tomorrow night hopefully jump into Destiny with Dan. So he will finally get off that train and we can do something.
We need to finish the Destiny saga.
No, we really don't. But
Shout out to the Broncos. They're going to win. Terrible team that they're playing. Bo Nix, 16 for 26, 165 yards. Way to go. But actually, positive here. Troy Franklin, 5 for 50, 5
Yeah.
receptions.
And Javante finally.
Javante's rushing
Doing
well.
it.
They were hoping
Right,
for.
yeah.
Defense playing well. Whatever. This doesn't count. This
Well,
is like
hopefully,
a
if you're
bye.
like me, you had a terrible fantasy team that includes Cortland Sutton.
I have him
And
also tonight.
Cortland Sutton and Jaleel McLaughlin combining for 2.5 points.
Ooh, I hope you have Will Lutz on
I
your
had the
team
Broncos
because he's
D that's
got
got me 22 though.
Will Lutz has got like 16 points tonight. That's cool.
No, it's my dynasty league where I have Isaiah Pacheco and Christian McCaffrey and didn't have either of their backups.
Oh, no.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. Well, this has been the Nerd Chat episode 181. We were talking about the Xbox Partner Preview, Xbox Cloud Gaming. This Call of Duty is coming in hot. And yeah, great show tonight, guys. My name is Daddy Diwali. You can follow me at Daddy Diwali across all social media. You can follow the show at the Nerd Chat Podcast. Please go check out, if you like cars, go check out my video on the VBWRX. Check out our shorts. Thank you to the chat for being here as always. Chipotle Bear, good to have you back as well. Where can people find you?
You can find me Chipotle_Bear on Threads and X. Always feel free to chat. I've been making a lot of friends with other like gamer dads these last couple weeks, like guys that are like genuinely like, hey, does anyone game over 40? And I'm like, I do. So love the community over there. Of course, love our Discord. Everybody in the chat, thank you for being here tonight. Also want to give a special shout out to Todd. I'm going to be on Todd's show this Sunday talking about Return of the Living Dead, which is a fantastic Halloween movie if you've never seen it. So I'll be
nice.
That's
awesome.
Sunday. Also, again, shout out to Luke over at XCP for the review. Don't go check that out if you haven't seen that already. And as always, guys, thank you for helping us on our voyage. We have a massive milestone tonight. We officially are at 300 subscribers. Right, we are 3/5 of the way to our goal, which is fantastic. So if you wouldn't mind hitting the like and sharing this with a friend, if you have anyone that's into video games that maybe doesn't listen, maybe throw them on.
Look at that in the chat. Hold on, I got to cut you off. Todd said, just an update, Redfall has now crashed 4 times in 40 minutes on PC Game Pass. Still no refund on my bite back. I have blood feud. And also, Bubble Boy should be on the fantasy show. He absolutely would. If there's anybody who should talk about football and fantasy, it's absolutely Bubble Boy. And Dinero Primero, is Chipotle Bear the oldest person here? Do you hear that, Chapo?
I'm ashamed. Why would I be mad about that, bud?
Because Bacon exists. He's clearly the oldest one here, Dinero. Come on.
Clearly,
yeah.
the oldest.
I'd have pegged me, the guy that goes to bed at 7.
Yeah, exactly. I would have put Chance at the.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Todd has a fantasy podcast, so you should definitely be a guest on there.
Todd. Ask Jose how much money I've taken from him. I think I have to start putting it on my taxes.
Dude, he takes that way too serious. Anyway, X Bacon Gaming. The Broncos won. Where can people find you?
You can find me at X Bacon Gaming across all your socials. Continuing the console war on Twitter. Shout out to the chat. You guys were super awesome tonight. The Broncos are the best team in the NFL. Let's do this. Tell a friend about us. Let's get some more subscribers. Come on, help us out.
And Bubble Boy and Seven. Where can people find you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be trying out that Predator game. Shout out to Luke for hooking me up with that.
Tell me if it at all plays like Friday the 13th, because I'm trying to get I'm into it, and I'm trying to get Matthew to get on that.
Oh yeah. Oh God, he would probably lose his job because he'll be doing that at work. So, that's where you can find me.
All right. Nissa told one of my clients, Xbox Unite, says Dinero to Bacon, and also your lighting is deceiving, Bacon. Bacon is like a fine one. Bacon is the elder. All right. As always, old guy gamers, see you online.
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 And number 3, never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, say, I'll be right back. Because you won't be back. I'm getting another beer. You want one? Yeah, sure. I'll be right back.
The Nerd Chat is an Xbox podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. You can follow the show at The Nerd Chat across all social media. The show was created by Daniel Wolenzik, and you can follow him at Daddy Diwali. The lead producer and co-host is Jose Martinez, and you can follow him at Chipotle_Bear. And former intern, recently promoted co-host Jason Jarrett can be found at X Bacon Gaming. If you'd like to find out more about the show, please visit nerdchatmedia.com. And as always, see you online.